Saudi Arabia's petrodollar exit. The financial world is bracing for a significant upheaval following the Saudi Arabia decision to not renew its 50-year petrodollar deal. Now, this deal goes back a few decades where essentially Saudi Arabia and the United States agreed to trade oil on the dollar. And this is essentially where the term petrodollar begins, because essentially if anyone around the world is trading oil, it's going to be done in American dollars. And what this has done is helped America essentially become the world's global currency, because everyone around the world needs this energy supply in oil. And what they have to do is either they have to get into the reserves of the American dollar, or they have to trade exclusively in the dollar. But what does this action have on the dollar, and mainly what can we do to prepare? Well, first things first, there's nothing much that's going to happen up front. More of these effects are going to have to take years, even decades, to even show themselves. But with the rise of countries trying to compete, of course, for the global currency, I mean, you have BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But it's no surprise that this is going to be on the uprise, because essentially most countries exclusively want their own independence and to not rely on America. But the real question is the American dollar going to be losing its global currency power with other countries? And while the short answer may be for right now no, because it's simply too strong, it's too powerful, and too many countries rely on it, there's a few steps that need to be taken. Because in 2024, why would you not go with the country that has the strongest GDP output and essentially one of the largest global powers? And that doesn't even include any of the other global alliances that America has. And while on the macro, there's not much that we can manage, there are a few things that we can do on the micro. So even to prepare or plan our personal finances, there's a few things that we need to do. I'm gonna break this down into 4 steps, but the first thing is just relax. Nothing's going to change overnight. There might be a few news articles, there might be a few people talking about it. There might even be some new deals or new acts that come from this, but nothing's going to happen overnight. But the second thing that we need to take care of is ourselves, because nothing that happens at the micro scale we can take care of except of our personal finances. And just like I made in that prepare for a recession video, there's a few things that we can do, because none of this matters if you're already underwater. You need to take care of yourself. And this means make sure that you have a strong income, you have money coming in, you have no debt or even paying credit cards off monthly, or even have a loan or any negative debt. And this all comes after we're spending our finances, because essentially if we're spending more money than we're even making, none of this matters. And it's only at this step where we have a financial abundance is where we can progress. And it's at this level where if we look at step 3, this is going to be taking a logical perspective on this. We have to literally think why people would bank with America. We can go 2 routes with this. And the first is reestablishing global power. And we do this in a few ways. One is show support globally, and another way is just give a little bit of freedom. But we're more likely going to go the second route. And this is to financially give an incentive for those to invest with us. And this can be in the form of raised interest rates. Now, you could look at this in 2 ways. If you're already in a financial abundance and you already are in a good financial standing, you can invest more and take advantage of those investments that people won't be able to take advantage of. And this leads to my previous talking point, where you need to manage yourself first, because things like credit cards, loans, mortgages are only going to get worse. And in the terms of mortgages, this is likely going to lead to a renter's economy, which I'll probably cover in another video, so make sure you subscribe for that. But fourth and finally, I have one word, and that's diversification. Your money literally can't be sitting in one place. It needs to be spread growing. So literally, like I talk about in all my other videos, I'm talking about a high yield savings account, I'm talking about a tax advantage retirement account, ETFs, gold, everything. And it's at this point you can even look at commodities and even crypto. But here's the weirdest thing out of this entire conversation, is that even with this global pact broken or not even renewed, I can't find any information or news articles on it. This is a global deal that's currently in limbo, and I mean, this is like billions, if not trillions daily. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, no one's going to teach you these kinds of things. It's your job to know, because at the end of the road, it's only going to be the top 1% that care.